Hello, and welcome to another Ye Olde Battle App's Moonreach report. Pretty weird saying that, you're saying Moonstone. I'm playing the Goblin this time, so I'm in charge of all the little Gribblies. And Ryan's come to play again, which is cool. Hello. He's using Fritz and Agatha this time. They got pretty similar cards to Fancy Hat and Eric from the last game, but I think feeling Fritz is slightly better at melee and slightly worse at arcane than Fancy Hat, and Agatha's better at arcane than Eric's was, but isn't a soldier. I have double checked the deck, there's definitely armor in it this time, so that was annoying. But there's a few tweaks to the rules from last time as well, which I won't go through now. Check them out on the Moonreach Facebook group, and if anything comes up in the game that I seem to remember wasn't in the last one because I changed the rules, I'll say that as we go along. So Ryan's moved into the first room. He picked up some pistol shot, another healing pouch, a spell, a scroll of fortification, which are not too bad to pick up first. But ideally, you want to pick up a weapon or some armor first. But
yeah, weapon would have been nice.
But one of the big changes I have made, I have upped the health of the characters, and I've made healing items better, which is worth noting because that healing pouch now heals 3 rather than 2. So here we go. The enemies are pretty much exactly the same as last time because I think that worked quite well. But zombies are slightly worse, and skeletons are the same, but slightly different. Ghosts and wraiths are exactly the same. And we'll see how it plays this time. It was fun last time, but I did die when I got to this room. So let's see if we can get to the end and defeat the Banshee without dying in the first place. I'm not going to film, obviously, every action we do. This room should get cleared fairly quickly, and I'll just summarise what happens at the end of that room. I'll just film bits that are particularly interesting. Okay, so the first room's clear, which should be fairly easy. It was a couple of zombies, although Fritz suffered about 6 or 7 wounds, didn't he?
Yeah. 7 in total.
7 in total, which he's healed back 3 with a healing pouch that Ryan picked up on the first go. So Fritz spent all his energy, and I think I'm going to make an adaptation to the rules already, which will be that if any character enters the next room with no energy, they replenish up to, but rather than both of them having to spend it, just the one person's enough. So Fritz will enter the room with 3 energy now. So we've got 2 Moonstone Shards, which he spent on upgrading each of their melees by 1. So Fritz is now melee 6 and Agatha melee 4. Then you picked up a Wizard's Cloak, which you can't use. A Firebomb, which is quite good. Just lob a bomb at someone. You picked up, what else did you pick up? Metal Shield, which is given to Fritz, which is -1 versus slicing and piercing damage and can be upgraded. Also found the Life Drinker Amulet, which is quite fun. So Fritz now has Spiteful, so he heals 1 wound every time it causes a wound in melee. Well, I should say 1 or more wounds in melee. So if you cause 3 wounds, you don't heal 3 health.
No, that makes sense.
It's just one health every time you cause 1 or more wounds.
Yeah, I would gather that, yeah.
And also a bit of a Buckler, which is given to Agatha. So they've both got a bit of armour now, which is quite good. Agatha's now immune to critical hits, which is actually really good.
Yeah, it's really
really good. That was pretty fun. That's a good start already. Now on to the next room with 3 zombies in it and a little chest. Got my little chest out. Look at my little chest. So room 2 is clear. This was a bit harder work with the 3 zombies. Suffered a few more wounds. Good fun. There's a lot of melee in this, which is kind of fun. Zombies did some damage this time, but it's been mainly healed. So Agatha has suffered 5 wounds. Yeah. And Fritz has now only suffered 3 because he's basically healed.
Healed back up, yeah.
Healed back up. We did a couple of changes to things as we're going along because, again, this is just a playtesting game. So changed Life Drinker Amulet, so you only suffer 1 wound at the end of the room, not 2. Otherwise, actually, you have to do quite a lot of melee for it to be worth it.
Yeah, to actually get the back, yeah.
And I've also changed the Scroll of Fortification, so you actually get to choose whatever you cast it on. Because there's only 1 of it in the deck anyway, and you could get 1 and it'd be rubbish. So I've tried that you can choose it. So Ryan's chosen the Life Drinker Amulet, so Fritz will now heal 2 wounds every time he causes a wound, rather than just 1.
Which I'm really looking forward to.
Which is good fun. You picked up, what did you pick up? You picked up Scroll of Exorcism, which is kind of fun.
Oh, yeah.
So you cost 2 energy to use, but you just remove a ghost from the room. So
I think I've got 5 shards, right? In total.
You've got a lot of shards, 5 or 6 shards. Plus an arcane potion, and I think another healing pouch. So you upgraded both of their melees up 1 more. So Fritz is now standard melee 7 and Agatha's melee
5.
5.
Mm-hmm.
Then upgraded the shield twice. So he's now +3 melee, so he's standard melee, so he's melee 8. And -1 damage versus impact, so he's -1 damage versus everything. And anything else? You upgraded her buckler, so she's now -1 versus thrust.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
It's fun drawing cards, isn't it?
It's pretty good. I just can't wait to get to the next loot phase.
Yeah. Which is like,
What do I get?
Yeah.
I have been well lucky, though, to be fair.
well, kind of. You haven't picked up any weapons
No,
at all.
true.
You've picked up no
I'm
weapons
quite
at all.
defensive
So,
at
and you picked up a couple of spells which you can't use.
Yeah.
So, and you picked up Wizard's Cloak, which you can't use. So, and you got some pistol shot, which you can't use. And we got a firebomb. We got a firebomb, which you could use, which is quite easy.
It's quite good because you don't feel unlucky even if you get stuff you don't use because it's like, okay, that's cool. Can't do anything with it, but it's still cool.
Yeah. So on to the next one. This one's going to be a bit tougher now. I've got 2 skeletons and a zombie. Skeletons are much tougher than zombies. It's really a bit of a warm up. The first 2 rooms are just zombies. So we'll come back probably after that room, but maybe in the middle if it looks like it's going to get dicey. Okay, coming in not halfway through, but a little bit way through room 3. Polish off the zombie without any wounds have in return, I don't think.
No.
But
Not
Ryan
again.
obviously started the room with slightly less energy, so he needs to pick up some. So Fritz has used up all his energy, in fact, and Agatha's only got 1 left. So whereas my skeletons have got a fair few more. So we've got a bit of a face-off here, skeleton versus skeleton. So in this combat, this skeleton is attacking Agatha. These are my skeleton's cards. It's really hard to share with this thing, but I've got.
Look away.
There we are. I'll move this. There we go. Okay. Ready when you are.
Okay.
Oh dear, that's a sweeping cut against 2 thrusts. So you played thrust, so I'll play a rising attack, which will deal 1 damage to you.
Okay, yeah. Well, yeah.
Just do 1, yeah.
That's it, yeah. I can't do a lot about that.
Back here again. There's a few more back and forths. This skeleton that's with Agatha is now on 1 health, 2 health. Agatha's also only on 2 health. It's looking a bit dicey with both. Well, more for Agatha, but against skeleton dice. So here's my cards. Skeleton cards. Okay.
Really?
Yep. Oh, damn it. that should probably kill me. So Jack's played... Oh, Jack, you're not Jack. You're Ryan. I'm very tired. It's played a rising attack, and I played a high guard.
A high guard.
So I'll suffer 2. Unless you don't want me to die. Because if I... Well, it's up to you, basically, because at the moment Agatha...
No, I want that one to die.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay. So you kill me easily, so I'm dead, and you're not. One was getting down. Right, on to room 4. It was an eventful room. Agatha went unconscious. But killed the skeleton in the process, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
It did. It was kind
Fritz
of
finished off the last skeleton and managed to heal himself up a little bit in the process as well. Some good use of energy. Ryan had 1 energy left, and the skeleton had none. So he spent his last energy to heal himself 3. Then the skeleton had to attack Fritz. Didn't do any wounds, and Fritz killed the skeleton, and then therefore got 2 wounds back because of his improved life drink amulet. Got plenty of moonstone shards to start with. Upgraded Fritz's melee to the top, so he's now a standard melee of 8. 9 plus his shield, so he's going to get 11 cards standard. Added an extra energy pip on each of their health bars, so they now have 3 energy at the bottom of their health, basically. What else did he do? Improved Agatha's arcane by 1 because
she got a crossbow.
Picked up a crossbow, which is quite fun, and improved it +1 damage. So it's now X +2 damage.
Yeah.
He also picked up a beer, an Ether totem, which is particularly good, +1 damage versus ghosts. That includes the wraiths and the banshee as well. They count as ghosts. They have ghost keyword on their cards, and some beer. It's always good. Beer's really useful actually, because you find that I really just need 1 more energy. You drink the beer because it doesn't cost you anything to drink. And you just do that, and you get one more energy.
Got some wine.
Which doesn't do anything at all. Yeah, which is just funny. And that's it, isn't it? You haven't used a firebomb yet either.
No, not yet.
Which is very easy. It's just X magic. You just flip an arcane card.
I'm trying to keep everything as long as I possibly can.
Yeah, or sometimes you want to save. Otherwise, I need to improve the rules for Firebomb. It needs to be... There's no catastrophe on it.
It's true.
Yeah, I need to change that.
Yeah.
Modify that. Anyway, so the next room is a skeleton, a ghost, and a zombie. And here we are. Right, coming in halfway through room 4. Looks like this at the moment. The first thing that happened is that Ryan fired a crossbow at the ghost, did 3 wounds, but then suffered a catastrophe. So I can't fire it again. My zombie moved up. Did my zombie die straight away to Fritz or after?
Yeah, it was the one hit, wasn't it? It was three falling swings, wasn't it? So it's like 9 damage.
Yeah, but I think I hit you first and did nothing but suffered 3 wounds.
Yeah,
and
because
then,
it was
and
when
then,
he healed.
and then
yeah,
you hit me.
Yeah.
Then you hit me, and absolutely splattered me to a pulp.
Yeah,
so he played 3 falling swings.
3, but he only suffered 2 because it was shield, and then he gained 2 life anyway.
Yeah,
so he ended up on 0, didn't he?
Yeah. So anyway, so I hit Fritz and suffered some wounds, and then he didn't do any, and then Fritz hit me and literally carved the zombie, probably literally straight down the middle. He played 3 falling swings up in a rising attack. Then I moved the ghost up and tried to do chilling touch on Agatha and got a catastrophe. So he saw 2 wounds, and now we're here where Fritz is now just gonna probably smash this pretty little ghost to oblivion. So these are my cards. Oh, I'm going to have to pull out again. Oh, that's not very appropriate. Sorry about that. Right. Okay.
Ready?
Oh, damn it. I'll play the other one. So I've got 2 swing cuts.
Okay.
So you played 3 falling swings, which will completely murder me, but I will deal 2, 4, 3 damage. I'll deal 1 damage overall.
Yeah. 1.
And I'll suffer a gazillion.
Yeah.
9, in fact.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, so the ghost is dead, quite obviously. And kind of scared to do anything. Right, we're into room 5. Just to summarise what's happened in that room. Well, actually, basically summarise the loot. You picked up some couple of healing pouches, which is good.
Healing pouches.
Picked up some chainmail.
Yeah.
Which is good. -1 versus slicing and piercing, giving that to Agatha.
2 sets of
leather boots. Two sets of leather boots, which won't actually take as much impact in this room, but it does like in the bigger rooms. Being able to move 3. So they can both move 3. Then picked up
the
wizard's hat. And we both got ridiculously excited. He picked up a wizard's hat. We were literally screaming, "Wizard's hat! Yes! Yes, you got a wizard's hat!"
It's the most exciting hat that anyone's ever before.
That's giving that to Agatha. So Agatha can now cast spells. So she's got horrifying visions, which is, anyone that's played recognises that as a spell that Diana normally has. X +1 magical damage, which is X +2 against ghosts. Because they don't get the normal -1 and your +1 damage versus ghosts.
Which is also that one I got a ridiculously lucky streak on.
Yeah.
And did like 13 damage in 1 hit.
Oh no, that was atrophy that you used for that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was, yeah.
Anyway, so you then upgraded the chainmail to have -1 damage versus magical and +1 melee.
Yeah.
That's now better, and upgraded Agatha's arcane by another 1.
Yeah.
And that was it really.
I think that was it for the upgrades, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all looking quite tasty for the heroes at the moment. But they are now facing the room with 4.
Heal, didn't she?
Yeah, she used her own heal to heal herself a bit. So I've also added another rule, which is fine because this is what this game is all about at the moment. We said that ghosts, so that's these little ones, and the wraiths and the banshee, will also drop an item card essentially, so that you actually get 7 when you finish those rooms. I think there needs to be something else that they give you apart from the additional moonstone shards. Right, let's go on to this room.
Here we go. Yeah, because he doesn't use them all last time. Yeah.
Right, so the room's been cleared out. Fairly standard, mainly because Ryan started by using his scroll of exorcism and just removing the ghost straight away. Some wounds back and forth with the zombies and skeletons, but it was a fairly foregone conclusion at that point. Fritz with a life drink. Oh, he suffers a wound, by the way.
Oh, yes.
Because of life drink and he suffers a wound.
Yeah.
But all fairly standard. Picked up some quite fun stuff again, which is always good.
Yeah,
a healing potion. Got a lot of healing stuff, which is good. The javelin, which is just useful. You just lob it at someone. Another firebomb. Another wizard's hat, which we didn't get quite as excited about as we did with the first one. But it's still kind of fun.
And we did a bit of a swap around, didn't we?
Did a bit of swap around, so picked up... I'm put down again for a moment. picked up a two-handed hammer, which is horrific. It's +2 impact damage, which is just terrible. And +1 damage on because he's upgraded it all the way. So I'm going to show the card for this one. So can't carry his shield. So it's given his shield to Agatha, which is good. Makes Agatha slightly better, although she can now take critical hits. But this is what he's got. So also got the concussion rule. So first time enemy suffers damage, they are -1 melee. So Fritz has now got that. Agatha's now got obviously a shield. She's also got a green amulet, which does +1 damage when using green arcane abilities. So basically, her crossbow is now +3 damage. X +3.
That's pretty
Well,
good.
X +1, X +3 against ghosts. And what was that all that
Yeah.
you got?
Yeah, it's home.
That's everything, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Because you spent a lot of Moonstone shards on upgrading that hammer straight away.
Yeah, it did.
A bit of a javelin and some health things, but that's about it.
As soon as I saw a massive hammer, I was like, that's getting upgraded.
yeah. I want a massive hammer. Cool, now we've got a little mini boss, which doesn't look quite as tough as it did the first time I played this game because these guys are mad right now. Let's see how it gets on. So mini boss number 1, the Wraith, which is much better than normal Ghost. That's what the Wraith like. It's pretty good. These are my cards with my Wraith. That's what you can see. Okay. 2 falling swings against 3 rising attacks. So you're going to do quite an astonishing amount. Actually, it's not that much. 1, 2, 3, +2 impact. So you'll do 5. I'll, however, do against
Is that taken into account anyth term as well?
Yeah, because I'm -1
Okay.
against my magic because it
that
counters
one,
that
then
basically.
again,
So I'll suffer 5,
Yeah.
but you'll suffer 3, 6. I think I'll upgrade it. So you suffer 6 +1 for slicing 7. And you'll have to discard an energy. So it'll be actually not -1. You haven't got a shield anymore.
No, I haven't.
But it'll be 5 because you've still got life drinker.
Yeah, because I'll instantly heal too.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So you suffer 5, and I suffer 5.
And he's now -1 melee because there's
And I'm -1 melee, but you discard an energy.
because of concussion.
Yep.
So
Okay.
you suffers 5, did you say?
Yep. Because it would have been 7.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Ow.
So in return, my Wraith has decided to do Chilling Touch on Fritz, which is X magical damage. These are the cards. Looking for pinks. And I'm saying I got a pink too. So I'll just do 2 wounds too, basically.
Bluff.
But I'm not going to play it again because the catastrophe is pretty bad. I don't get to do my spiteful though, because that's only in melee. He suffers 2 wounds. So Fritz has decided to go health leather. See if he can finish off this Wraith. I spent to get extra cards, so I've got 4. Right. Falling swing against falling swing. So you'll do none. Nothing. I do +1 for slicing, so I'll just do 1. Oh, you do +2 for impact.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And +1 for falling swing.
Oh yeah, cool.
So you'll actually do 3 damage, and I'll do.
Oh yeah, +1.
And I'll just do 1. So you'll do 3 damage, and I'll just do 1.
Yeah, okay. And heal for 2 as well.
And you'll heal 2, so you'll actually gain a wound. So then Agatha is decided to cast Horrifying Visions on the Wraith. She needs to get a pink 1, will do it. Because of all the pluses he's got. You can see her wizard's hat, looks rather flowery. These are my cards. What are you calling?
The mighty wizard's hat comes into play.
Finally.
Pink 3.
Bluff. Because I'm going to die if I don't call
Why
it.
not?
So yeah, fair enough. Here's a pink 3. So that polishes off the Wraith. Who was scary though. It was scary.
Yeah, he
Took
Fritz
down to
more
like
or less full to like 4 life.
Yeah. Cool. So that's the end of that room. Ryan has to go in a minute, so we're going to skip out these 2 rooms. We'll assume that you murdered these ones fine. Well, that room would have been quite tough because that's a Wraith, a Ghost, and a Skeleton, and you only just managed to kill the Wraith. So we're going to move straight onto this room because it's fun to see if we can kill the Banshee. Okay, let's move on to the loot though first, of course. Right, skip forward to the last room. Gave Ryan a few more items from the box just to make it more interesting. So you picked up an iron sword,
Yeah.
which you gave to Agatha because she's not holding a weapon, so why not?
Mm-hmm.
You might as well make it. You might as well make a +1 piercing and upgrade it as well.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Got a few more moonstone shot. I haven't done the upgrade card. The upgrade yet, no, have we? So we'll come back with that. What else did you find? Atrophy, the spell. So Agatha's now got atrophy as well as horrifying visions. You picked up a bone totem, so you now do +1 damage versus skeletons as well as against ghosts. Anything else? You picked up a wooden shield, which you discarded.
Yeah, we chucked all that.
Another healing potion because you spent the last 2 energy on Agatha to do some healing on both of them. So Fritz is actually on full health now.
Yeah, and they've got another 5.
And they've got another healing stuff. So yeah, they're looking pretty tasty at the moment. I think that's it. We'll do the upgrades and then come back quickly after that.
He didn't heal us 2. I can't. She's full.
So first attack, Fritz moved up as you can see and smacked that zombie so hard. I did a high guard. He made 3 rising attacks, which did 8 damage, and just pew landed over here, splattered completely. So now the Banshee's doing Banshee Scream, which only costs 1 because I want her to be really good. These are my Banshee cards. I'm gonna say it's a pink one. Okay, so he suffers 2 wounds.
Fine.
I was definitely bluffing. Right, so in response to the Banshee doing a couple of wounds with Banshee Scream, Fritz has moved up and is trying to see if he can push off this boss. So these are the Banshee's cards. Okay.
2 thrusts.
Oh, total 1. So I'll do none because Falling doesn't do anything.
2 falling swing.
And you, against Falling Swing, you do 2, 4.
+1 maybe.
No, because you don't get the impact, you don't get the Falling Swings, you just do 4.
Okay.
And you get +1 for the Ether token, but I'm -1, so
But
it's only
so
4.
it narrows out to 4.
So
And he heals his 2 wounds back.
7 to 4, yeah. So that's 4 on the Banshee. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so my rate's going now. These are my rates cards. Okay, so he's hitting Fritz, by the way. Oh, damn it. Low guard versus high guard, so nothing. Nothing.
Everybody just stands down.
Defensively. Don't hit me.
I wasn't going to.
Right, over to Fritz, see if we can finish off his Banshee, basically. Right, can Fritz finish off the Banshee? These are the Banshee's cards. Try not to look to Ryan, can't see them. Okay, ready when you are. Yeah. Play the Falling Swing against the high guard, which is boom. And I think my high guard, I believe, is my upgrade. So not only will I get to... how much energy has he got left?
1.
Oh, good. So I deal 1 damage, which is not much exciting. Magical. You discard 1 energy and can't move until the next replenish step.
He is now in a bit of a pickle.
He's now stuck. He literally can't do anything at all. Yeah, it's called Break Your Heart. She just broke his heart. That was quite good. And I still get to retaliate as well. Oh no, I don't, because I deal 1. No, I don't. You don't get to counter with that one.
Because you upgraded it.
Because I upgraded it.
Yeah.
It could be a bit ridiculous. So yeah, he's now stuck with no energy, and he couldn't move anyway because no energy left. He wouldn't be able to do. He can't do anything. Okay, Agatha's after a bit of umming. First, he thought he might move to there, and he thought he might get stuck. So he moved to there and was casting Atrophy, which is 2x plus 1 magical damage on this raid because they're only -1 versus non-magical. And he's got the Ether totem. These are my 6 defendy cards. What are you doing?
Pink 3.
Bluff. That's 7 damage on the Wraith. Okay, 7 damage. You can do it again.
Pink 1.
I'm going to have to call a bluff. Gotta call a bluff.
I wouldn't know you.
That's killed the Wraith. You doing it again?
No.
Okay, so you've murdered the Wraith in one. Well done, Agatha. Blimey. You used up most of energy, but you have
Yeah,
just murdered the Wraith in one go.
That's right.
And that's pretty scary enemy you just took out. Blimey. Ugh. Right, Banshee moved over and did Banshee Scream on Fritz, doing 3 wounds, and now Agatha's drawing out her crossbow, which we realised is now absolutely ridiculous. She's firing a skeleton because she can. It's normally X +1. He's upgraded it to be another +1, so it's +2. He's got the green amulet on, which is another +1, so it's +3. And he's got the bone totem, which is +4. So it's X +4 damage against a skeleton. It's just wheeling out this massive crossbow. It's like, pew, pew, pew.
Firing a tree at him.
Yeah. What have you got?
Green 3.
Oh, jeez. It's going to just smash the skeleton in one go, basically. What is it? Piercing damage?
If I'm telling the truth, that is. Yes, it is.
Oh, so might be -1. So it'll do 6 damage. It's -1 against skeletons. Fine. Yeah, you can have it. It was, okay. I'm quite glad it was, because then you didn't get to fire it again.
Yeah, I was hoping you were going to bluff.
No,
Cool,
so it's 6 damage to the skeleton. Right, coming back near the end of this room, there's been a lot of to and throwing. I think the last thing that happened is... What the last thing that happened was? Basically, we ended up with Agatha and Fritz with no energy. So I did a couple more Banshee Screams on Fritz. He's down to 7 health.
Yeah.
And then I ended up with two models left. I ended up with a skeleton and a ghost, and they just ganged up on Agatha. She killed both of them.
Yeah.
But also died in the process, went unconscious in the process. Yeah. So it's now essentially Fritz versus the Banshee, which is quite exciting.
Yeah.
I was concerned that, the 2 heroes were overpowered, but actually it's ended up like this in the final room, which is kind of how it should end up. Yeah. So these are the Banshees cards. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I knew you were going to fight.
I played 3 falling swings. I played a high guard. I've got 2 rising attacks I'm going to play.
Yeah, I knew you were going to do that.
Although, do I want to upgrade my high guard? I do want to upgrade my... No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to my high guard. So you discard 1 energy and now you can't move. She's now going to piddle over here and just fire Banshee Screams at you over and over again. Because I didn't not to do that because I'd rather he can't move. Used it for 1 damage as well, which is magical, so it will be 1 damage.
Well, I suppose essentially he is definitely dead now.
Pretty much, he should be.
He can't move, and he's just going to have to stand there and just take it over and over and over again until he's dead.
Yep. Well, no, until I've only got 2 goes at it. I've only got 2 energy. So it's whether I can kill him in 2 hits.
But why does he can't?
Then I'll run out of energy, and then we'll have to replenish mine and start again like that.
Okay.
Otherwise, we'll stalemate. Well, yeah.
Or is that how it ends? It is a stalemate.
No, that's boring. No, you've got to do something. Anyway, we'll come back after a couple of Banshee Screams, see if I can win.
So I'll use 1 healing.
Sorry, correction there. He just can't move until the end of the play. He can use healing potions. You can throw a javelin at me. Mm-hmm. You can throw fire bombs at me, which you've got. So actually, you can still do stuff. It made it look like he couldn't do anything. Yeah. It's still my go next because that was your go.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you can do stuff. And actually, you're not that weak. You've got healing potions and stuff.
Yes, it's not literally just concrete to the spot and that's the end of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, bit of toing and throwing. A couple of Banshee Screams, took off a few wounds, but he healed himself up every time. You are running out of healing pouches now.
Yeah.
1 left. So I had to go back into combat again. So this is Fritz hitting the Banshee. This is what he's got.
Okay.
Yep. So I played my high guard, which means I'll do my signature. So you'll suffer 1, lose energy, and can't move. But I'll suffer. Where is it? Against a 2, but it's also 2
impact
plus 2.
So
4 damage. I'll suffer 4. But I'm also spiteful, so I'll only suffer 3. So I get 1 back.
Oh yeah, me too.
Oh yeah, you'll get 2 back as
So
well.
I get 2 back.
Yeah.
But I can't remember what you hit me for now.
Only 1, so you won't suffer any.
Only 1, so I actually heal 1.
Yes, heal 1, yeah.
So I actually do 4 damage to you and heal 1.
Yeah.
But I now can't move again.
You can't move again. But you are on quite a lot of health. And I can still only hit you twice with my arcane. Okay. Alright, back at this point again. Fritz will replenish some energy. And so basically we got to the point where the Banshee had no energy, because she'd done a couple of Banshee Screams, but Fritz had, I think, 1 energy but couldn't do anything with it at all. So I think with that point we say, well, we'll replenish our energy as normal and kind of start the phase again. So he's then gone first and is now going against the Banshee. See if she can finish her off. That might be enough. So 2. So I've done a high guard. Oops, didn't do that. High guard got 2 rising attacks. So it would do 2, 4.
5, 6.
Plus 2 impact, 5, 6. That's
7.
enough to kill her.
Yeah, 7 plus 1 damage on falling swing. Oh no, falling swing.
Not full swing, but still plus 2.
So 2 impacts, yeah.
Yeah, and the -1 from mine is cancelled out by the Ether Totem. So yeah, he's victorious. I mean, last time he played the game, it ended up being just with Fancy Hat at the end, trying to fight off the Banshee, and this time it was just Fritz. So interesting.
Agatha bravely gave her life.
Yeah.
Well, she didn't actually, because now she's won, she comes back to life again.
Yeah, I suppose so, yeah.
So she's back in the game again.
Yay.
Hooray.
With her buddy.
She's
Yay,
back.
hello. Cool, that was a lot of fun.
That was brilliant.
So what are your thoughts then?
Yeah, it's all really good. The loot was especially good.
Yeah, and I'm pleased with the loot pile.
Yeah, when you get like weapons and stuff, it's just so cool.
Yeah.
Because it just instantly changes the game completely.
Yeah.
And I think, right, okay, cool, now from now on. I mean, like the two-handed hammer completely changed the whole game because...
Yeah, it meant he almost died.
Yeah.
Because you decided to discard the shield, which has basically been saving him quite well.
And it also meant that you almost have to defend against falling swing every time.
Yes.
So I can just do rising attacks and I can be fairly confident that you're going to have to defend against falling swing. Because you can't take that risk. Because if you hit with a falling swing with that hammer, it's going to hurt so much.
Yeah.
That it's kind of like, that's a really powerful weapon to get.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, I like the armour, how that works. And the upgrade system is quite good as well.
Yeah.
I wasn't too sure about the upgrade system, but actually it works really well.
Yeah, it was quite fun. I'm
Actually,
quite glad
it's
I
actually
reduced the amount of moonstone shards that are in the decks. So basically you haven't been able to upgrade everything.
Definitely.
Which I think works better.
Yeah, you need to be able to get to the end and have a character that you've spec'd a certain way. There's no point in just getting to the end where you're just full on everything. Yeah. Because that's the same as everybody else who's full on everything. You kind of want to feel like, oh, I've done that for a reason, sort of thing, and that's how I've ended up.
Yeah. That's kind of the idea. So I need to make character cards for some other characters, I think. Maybe some goblins. That'd be a bit weird because the person who's in control of the dungeon is called the Goblin, and then you're playing with goblins. I was thinking maybe Vicious Midget and like Beaky. It'd be fun to start with a wizard. Yeah. You wouldn't start with any spells, but you could immediately be able to use spells if you pick them up.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be quite cool. And when we got the two-handed hammer, the flipping between the shield, and you kind of go, right, okay, well, I'll give her the shield and I'll keep the hammer and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. That again just completely changes the way you think about Fritz completely.
Well, basically, Fritz became what you call a glass cannon. So
yeah, exactly.
Could do brutal amount of damage, but would die in return. Whereas she became an absolute tank.
Yeah.
She was -2 against basically everything.
He went from a tank to a glass cannon, and then all of a sudden became extremely tanky.
She became a very tanky wizard.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
She became the wizard wearing chainmail and a shield, but could also cause atrophy.
I mean, that atrophy, what was that? That was like 9 damage, was it?
10 damage. 10 damage in one go against the Wraith. Yeah. But I quite like that. I think that's I'm really pleased with how that went because it ended up being really close in the last room. I think I potentially need to make some enemies slightly tougher, just because you skipped out 2 rooms and were in the last room, so you potentially would have been even better. So that's something I need to consider. I mean, it's going to take more playthroughs. I don't think I'm going to change much of the. Oops, raining. I think I bought those things in the outside. I don't think I'm going to change much in the ways of the cards and things, but maybe I need to boost. I might make zombies a bit better because they were awful. I mean, they just died. They didn't. I mean, they did a bit of damage in the first room, and then they were just terrible after that. I might take away predictable. I might take away can't perform critical hits. Keep predictable combatants. I think that makes sense. But actually, a zombie might be able to get a good hit on you.
Yeah. Yeah, just because it's sort of lolling about predictably doesn't mean that when it hits you, it isn't going to really hurt if it hits you in the eye or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I might do that and leave the rest of the enemies the same. Or I might make Ghost slightly better because actually they didn't really seem to do much at all.
No, they weren't too bad.
Banshee I'm happy with, Wraith I'm happy with, but Ghost need to be slightly better. I mean, saying that again, you picked up the Ether Totem again. There's only one of it in there, and you got it.
Yeah,
we got it last time, which meant that you cancelled out their -1 damage.
I got that banishing scroll,
and you got the scroll. Yeah, the scroll of exorcism. So you just in one of the rooms, you just removed the biggest threat.
Yeah.
What I might do with them is not upgrade their melee, but just upgrade their arcane. Because arcane 2 means that their chilling touch is a bit terrible. Only drawing. I mean, against Fritz they're drawing 3 cards, whereas Agatha's only 1, and against Eric would only be 1. Which if they were arcane 3, against Fritz they're drawing 4 cards. That certainly makes their arcane a lot better. So I might upgrade their arcane by just 1.
Yeah, probably makes sense. Yeah.
Like little tweaks like that.
Yeah, because logically they should be more scary in a sort of a magical sort of sense. Yeah.
But I like the idea that Ghosts and Wraiths drop an item as well as Moonstone Shards because I think that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Any way that you can kind of gain a few more loot.
Yeah.
It's gonna make
the loot is definitely the most fun part.
Yeah, finding stuff like the melee over and over again. I think could possibly get a bit. Although saying that because it changes, it's the thing.
Yeah,
like the melee, you'd think it could get repetitive, but actually then you pick up shield and suddenly that your melee has changed. And like you said, you then got the falling swing thing on the 2-handed hammer, so it then changes the melee you do with Fritz because you're not that bothered about doing a signature anymore because you want to do almost his other signatures. He's now almost got 2 signatures.
Yeah. You just want to get as many falling swings in as possible.
Yes, actually, I don't know. I'm tempted to leave pretty much everything else.
Towards the end, it became like I knew that you thought I was going to do a falling swing.
Yeah.
So I was going rising because I was thinking, well,
which is when you fire that zombie across the dungeon, basically.
Yeah, I was thinking you're definitely gonna have to try and defend against falling swings. So you're probably gonna get, especially with the boss having a signature on high guard, you almost know she's gonna do high guard.
Yeah, but also knowing that her signature, I like actually the fact that she could freeze you in place.
Yeah, it's quite really, really.
I mean, I think maybe what I'd have done if I was you is I would have given the crossbow to Fritz.
Right.
So Agatha would have kept her spells, but given Fritz the crossbow. Because it just means in that last room, if you end up in a situation you're in, you can still fire a crossbow with your energy.
Yeah.
Saying that, you used it for healing and other stuff, so it didn't matter too much, and you still managed to kill her. But, being able to fire the odd crossbow shot, even if you only hit once with it, you might do 4 damage because it does so much extra damage.
I guess that comes down to sort of knowing the game that well though, as well.
Yeah, of course. You didn't know the Banshee.
The more you know the game, you kind of think, right, I'm coming up a Banshee soon. And you can almost like respec in the room before and kind of go, right, I'm going to give you that, swap stuff around, and then think, right, we're now ready for the Banshee fight, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Which I think is great. Is exactly what you would do if you're in a real situation and you're about to go into this room and you kind of think, right, okay, well, if you use this, I'll do that, but that sort of thing. Yeah. So it's cool that you can do that.
Yeah. I am pleased with it. I'm pleased with it at the moment. It'll be interesting to see how it goes down at Goblin Fest. Try and get this video up before then. But it's hard to know what else to change. I think it needs a lot more playthroughs. Because I think something that you mentioned earlier, because you've got the randomness of the loot decks, which is huge.
You almost want to unrandom the loot decks, to be honest. For playthroughs, you almost want to give playthrough with a loot deck that you know is going to be weak, and then play through with one that you know is medium, and then play one that you know is really strong, and see what effect that has on the game.
Yeah, well, you'd assume that the strong one would mean that you win really easily, and the weak one doesn't, and the medium one is somewhere in between. But I think I quite like the randomness of it. The only thing I'm tempted to do with the loot deck is weed out some of the really good cards, things like the Scroll of Fortification and the Life Drunk Amulet, things that are really good.
Until room 3 or something.
Until you can't access that until room 4.
Yeah.
That's what I'm tempted to do. Have 2 decks. Have in the first deck big stick and all the slightly rubbishy weapons.
Or you put the really, really good ones in a separate pile and say you have to spend 3 shards to open a special chest.
Yeah,
true. In the special chest you get really, really shit hot stuff. But you have to spend 3. You could even make it so you have to spend 3 shards the first time you open a special chest. 4 shards the next time, 5 shards, 6 shards. So you can get really good stuff, but you have to pretty much spend all of your shards on it.
Yeah. Yeah. Or you could even have it
So it's still
simpler,
random. You don't know which one
simpler
you're
than
gonna
that.
get.
You could say that wraiths drop keys.
Yeah.
So you have to kill a wraith, which means getting to like room 5.
Yeah.
And
then you can use a key.
then you can
open
use
up
the keys to
box.
unlock a special
A
chest.
golden chest or something.
Yeah.
And in the golden chest you get yeah.
And in the golden chest you could have the 2-handed hammer. You could have the plate armor.
Yeah. Like the game changing stuff.
Yeah. And you won't necessarily know which one you're going to get.
No. But so you still get that really cool sort of game changing.
I think that's the only thing that I mean. I do think it needs a couple of tweaks to the enemies. Possibly make ghosts slightly better, make zombies slightly better. And literally, ghosts is to me, it's just up the arcane mode 1. Zombies is just changed it so they no longer can't perform critical hits. That's it.
Yeah.
The rest of the enemies I'm happy with. And it's just tweaking this deck. I'm happy with all the items that are in it.
Yeah.
I don't want to change the items. I'm happy with the upgrade stats as they are. And I like the fact you can upgrade weapons 3 times and get something different at the top.
Yeah.
But the way you pick up the items needs to change, I think.
Yeah.
There's something fun about the randomness of it, but if you want it to be a consistent game, maybe... I don't know.
So I like the idea of... Yeah, I don't know. I do like...
There's also the fun idea that you might just get something awesome in the first one.
Yeah.
Because but if you got the 2-handed hammer in the first room, you still wouldn't have been able to upgrade it very much. You only upgraded it once. So the 2-handed hammer is good, but it only becomes really good when you spend a lot of moonstone shards on it. If you're spending a lot of moonstone shards on the hammer, you're not spending it on their melee or on their arcane or on the crossbow or on
that's why I was sort of
other
thinking,
things.
Like,
so you have to
shards on getting the special items. It would be a conscious choice that you're not going to upgrade the characters. You're actually going to try and go for weapons. So you're almost gambling with the shards.
Yeah.
Because you could end up with something really good that you can't even use.
Yeah.
Or you could end up with something really good that you do use. So it's almost like a gamble that you kind of
I think
spending
probably
your shards
needs,
like currency. Where's the lid for that?
Probably it needs a couple more playthroughs as it is, to be honest.
Yeah.
Maybe with different characters, like a couple of goblins, just for variety. It needs a couple more playthroughs as it is, just altering the ghost and the zombie. And seeing how it goes. And then start tweaking the decks after that, maybe. Because I've now tweaked, since the last playthrough, I've changed things about line of sight, I've changed things about in the upgrades, I've changed the deck quite a lot with what's in it, in the item deck. I've been more specific with how you upgrade and things like that. So I almost think it needs I want to make minor tweaks and then a playthrough, a minor tweak and then a playthrough.
Either that or the other way of doing it, I suppose, is to put in a difficulty setting of the game where you have all of the cards in your deck. The back of them have all got A, B or C or whatever.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Well, the other thing, because at the moment I'm only running it as like one playthrough and the game's over.
Yeah, so if you play on
because I want to play it simply to start with, just to get the basic mechanics of the game right, which still includes getting the deck right. So the idea in future is that there'd be expansions and.
But I was thinking you'd have like easy difficulties. Easy difficulty is in the deck. You get A, B, and C.
Yeah.
Hard difficulty, you only get B and C cards.
Yeah.
And then like insane difficulty, you only get C cards, and like C cards are crap. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then B cards are reasonable. A cards are really, really good.
Yeah.
So the harder difficulty you play at, the less good cards you actually have to get.
Because actually, the enemies could just not change.
Yeah.
But you get good stuff.
Just completely tune it by the what you get.
Yeah. Yeah. There's that too.
There's so many different ways of doing it.
There's a lot of different ways. Yeah. There's a lot more possibilities. This is only the second.
Oh, you bought a mouse, have you? Oh, cheers.
Oh, lovely. Thank you, Tilly.
Lovely.
We didn't need the present of a dead mouse. Thank you right now.
I mean, cheers.
My cat's what dead mouse in for us. Yeah. There's lots of possibilities at the moment. I need to discuss it probably with like Tom and Richie as well.
Oh, definitely.
Which I'll see them in a week or so at Goblin Fest at the moment of recording this. So help us have a good discussion with them. Hopefully they'll watch this video. That'll help too. Anyway, thanks a lot for coming. It was great fun.
Yeah, cool.
You stayed a lot later than you thought you were going to, so I appreciate that.
You don't want to leave once you get to the end boss. You're like, I can't leave now.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
I have to take this guy out.
All right. Well, like I said in the last video, do check out the Moonreach Facebook page. I'll add anyone for more. That's got all the rules on, all the cards on, so you can download everything that you want if you want to play the game yourself. Obviously, what's not on there is like printable dungeon cards, so you'd have to work that out yourself. I could take some photos of the bases of all the rooms and put those on there, so that you could print out technically the rooms that I've got. I could do that. That'd be quite easy actually. I'll do that. I'll take a photo of all the rooms and make them into PDFs and upload that as one big file onto there as well. So you could literally print out on paper and cut out the rooms.
Yeah.
So people can play it if they want to. Okay, we'll leave it there. I think I was going to get very long because our discussion has been almost as long as the rest of the game. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you next time.